Hey guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Thomas and Friends' Tale of the Brave. Came in the year of 2014. So basically what the plot is, Thomas has gone to work at the clay pits and his old branch line is being in construction because there was probably some bridge collapse, and so Annie and Carbo have to be repaired, and Thomas is sent to work at the clay pits, and Bill and Ben are up to their old tricks. And then Thomas meets this tank engine called Timothy, and he there's a storm at that night, and then Thomas finds a footprint that could belong to a monster, and then there was this avalanche at the clay pits, and Bill and Ben come to save him, and then the Fat Controller gathers some of his engines to pay tribute to Bill and Ben for rescuing Thomas. And then Thomas tells Percy about the footprints. And then Percy also starts to panic. And then this engine from Columbia called Gator comes to the island of Sodor because, I don't know, probably his ship was going to be going to another country and he accidentally stopped on the island of Sodor. And at first Percy was afraid of him, but then he and Gator become best friends, and James starts teasing him, and Percy gets really mad. And then Percy decides to go back with Gator, and then Thomas doesn't want Percy to leave, and he asks Cranky to go to put the hook on the ship, and then Cranky, and then the boat starts moving, and Cranky almost went off the docks, and Percy goes to the clay pit, and then James starts being mean to Percy about the footprints, and then this avalanche starts, and James and Percy have to get out of it, and then Percy gets caught in the avalanche, and then they find this fossil of a dinosaur. And yeah, and that's basically what the plot is. I can't remember the plot very well because I haven't watched this movie for a while now. So, what I think of this film, I actually find this movie really good, in my opinion. Yes, this movie was very good. It had great animation, great characters, and great music. And everything of this movie is good. So yeah, now let's talk about the new characters. In this special, we got a few new characters, like we got Timothy, Marion, Gator, and Reg. And that's it. Reg is only there for one scene, and then he's out of the film. Reg is not a big part of the story because he only appeared in one scene, so he adds nothing to the story. This movie usually, and we also got Marion as well. At least Marion Timothy, well, Marion Timothy weren't even in the film that much. They were just like minor characters in this. Even though they got episodes in Series 18, which is nice. The token newbie of this special we have is Gator. He's the token newbie in this because he has an interesting backstory and all that. And if he's from Colombia, why does he not have a Colombian accent? He sounds a bit like British, even though he's from Colombia. Imagine if Thomas went to Colombia and Gator had a Colombian accent. Yeah, that would be pretty weird. And we also got a few returning characters, which we got. The only returning character that we got in this special was Oliver, even though he didn't speak, but it was nice to see him again. And then he would have an episode to himself in Series 18, even though he actually didn't, but he did have a main role in Toad's Adventure and Toad and the Whale. And yeah. So, and this was also the first special to have James as the villain. He's not really that much of it. Well, he was, because he was being mean to Percy about the monster. And yeah, and it was all so nice to have Percy as the main role again since Dave the Diesels, which is the second special to have a character other than Thomas have a main role, which Thomas is only the main character in the first half of the film, and the second half focuses on Percy and James. And yeah. And this was also the first special not to feature Toby, which is really weird. But that doesn't matter. He didn't appear in The Avenger Begins. And it was also the first special since Thomas and the Magic Railroad not to have Diesel. And who else wasn't in the special? Oh yeah, Paxton wasn't even in it. This was the first special that Paxton wasn't even in it, since he was introduced in Dave the Diesels. And, oh yeah, we also got the return of Stanley in this special. Even though he didn't have a speaking role, but it was nice to see him again. And yeah. It was also nice to have Salty having a speaking role in the special since Dave the Diesels, which is nice, if you ask me. So yeah, I think that's basically all I have to say. So yeah, overall, Tale of the Brave is a great special. It gets a 10 out of 10. I totally recommend it to the people who haven't seen it. Yeah. So that's all for now. Stay tuned for some more reviews coming up soon. And this is me signing off.